They hardly work. They hardly do anything, if at all. This is what we want to talk about. They are the laziest people on earth. Not great. Senior Hollywood agent criticizes Meghan and her talents, if she has any. Of course, we know that she doesn't have any. Sky News host Paul Murray says a senior Hollywood agent has decided to pass a view, quote-unquote, on Meghan Markle's talent. What is this talking about? Why he's going to be passing this? Let's take a listen a little bit more. United Talent Agency CEO Jeremy Zimmer said, "Turns out Meghan Markle was not great audio talent or necessarily any kind of talent," end quote. I mean, this is a big shame. Quote, "Sadly, the talent of fake crying that Meghan Markle has tried to make the most of, well, it's not enough for a real career," Mr. Murray said. This is what we have been saying for a very, very long time. I am glad that people are actually now realizing it slowly but surely, but this is what we have been saying for a very long time. She doesn't have any talent. She never brought anything on the table other than using whatever talent she had to search, to look up a prince and to marry him and to trap him. This is exactly what she does all the time, using people for her own benefit. If that is a talent that exists with her, but even with those kind of talent, she is not going anywhere. This is very, very unfortunate, right? Harry and Meghan, a royal flop in Hollywood, WSJ declares, Wall Street Journal. Okay, so what they are saying is that 3 years after their splashy relocation to Hollywood with the aim to make it big in the media business, the Wall Street Journal declared that Harry and Meghan, their venture is a big flop. They arrived in Southern California 3 years ago with Duke and Duchess of Sussex title and plans to capitalize on a cash-rich streaming business desperate for star power to lure subscribers. Quote, the paper said Sunday, quote, the big ticket deals that followed, $100 million at Netflix, more than $20 million at Spotify, have led to more cancellations and rejections that produced shows. True, there have been some misses. Quote, the graveyard of video projects, Wall Street Journal word choice there includes children's show Pearl, which was cancelled by Netflix, as well as several other shows that did not get off the ground. Meanwhile, Spotify podcast Archetypes, which is focused on stereotypes that hold women back, did not get renewed for season 2. Spotify failure was not the first one. There are several of them in the past, and that show Pearl, cancelling that show, the book Bench being a big flop are some of the examples. Spotify has already parted ways with the two royals, and Netflix won't likely renew the couple's overall deal when it expires at the end of 2025, the paper said. But flop? As the Wall Street Journal itself noted, Harry's memoir Spare became a New York Times bestseller. Meanwhile, the royal couple's Netflix limited series Harry and Meghan still ranks as the service's most watched documentary ever, streamed for more than 97.7 million hours worldwide from December 12 to 18th last year. Has Meghan Harry sojourn been as successful as its original billing? Probably not, but the end of 25 is still 2 years away. Flop seems a little harsh to us. I want you to pay attention to this article. Very, very interesting. They mention a lot of things. Taylor Swift, as we know, she turned down an appearance on Meghan Markle's Archetypes despite a handwritten note from Meghan herself. Well, she refused to be Markled, and this was the best decision that she made in recent time. Meghan Markle's Spotify podcast Archetypes had a laundry list of luminaries: Mariah Carey, Serena Williams, Mindy Kaling, Issa Rae, Paris Hilton, many other, but one celebrity guest that was invited by handwritten note from Meghan, no less, but declined. One, Taylor Swift. Multiple outlets report. But that's not what I want to discuss in this. What I want to discuss is coming right now. The Wall Street Journal reports that Swift declined Markle's invitation through a representative despite Meghan's handwriting proposal, oh wow, to the singer. After working with Spotify to come up with a list of desired guests for the show, Swift made the cut, but turned the offer down for reasons unknown. We know the reasons, which is number one, that she does not want to be bullied and be told by Meghan to come to a show and say what she wants her to say. Taylor Swift is not like that. And this is a brave woman who has a lot of talent, gained popularity, made a lot of money. Why would she listen to somebody who is not even a D-lister in Hollywood? She was never in the list. The 12-episode show focused on stereotypes facing women and ultimately became the only piece of content that sprung from Meghan and husband Prince Harry's $20 million deal with Spotify, which ended earlier this month. Looking back at what Taylor Swift did, she will be very, very pleased and happy that she turned that down, because she is now going to look back and say, oh, thank God I did not appear, because this show was a big flop. I did not want to be part of it, and I was not, and I'm happy about it. The Wall Street Journal article went on to discuss Harry and Meghan's career since stepping back as working members of the royal family in January 2020 and relocating to the US. The article suggests that employees, now this is what I want you to pay attention to, the employees of Archwell, the couple's company, claimed the organization lacked direction, means they did not know what they were doing, with a source saying, now this is where I want to really highlight, source saying, quote, at times they, Duchess of Sausages, seem surprised by the work required to finish entertainment projects, end quote. They will be surprised because they never worked. They are so lazy. They do not want to do anything. They want to get everything for free. Freebies. I mean, Harry, for example, got the title for free. Did not have to do anything. Meghan got the title Duchess of Sausages for really no reason. She didn't have to work for it. Why not want more freebies? And then all of a sudden, when they came to the States and saw reality, that you need a lot of work to do, then they were like, oh, we are so shocked, we do not know what to do, oh my God. This is exactly what has happened. The insider continued, most potential initiatives, they said, follow a similar route. Big idea, subpar execution. This is going to be a catchword, a catchphrase, subpar execution. The outlet later added, quote, Harry in particular struggled to land on an idea when it came to the couple's Spotify deal. Of course, because this guy is absolutely clueless about life, because he was getting everything without even having to move his finger. He would ask somebody and the thing will be ready. I mean, sometimes he would not even have to bother asking anybody, it will be there. So coming from that kind of environment, oh, now I have to work hard. And this is what I said in the very beginning of my videos, that guys, he's not going to like it in US, because this is a completely different situation here. He will have to work really, really hard for every single penny. And he doesn't know how to work hard. He doesn't know where to work hard. He doesn't have any idea what to do with the content, where he should pitch his sales. He doesn't have any clue. He is not in touch with reality ever in his life. Now coming to the States and becoming financially independent, using the title and throwing their family members under the bus would only bring them that much money, and it did, millions of dollars. Now it's time that they look for some real work. I would suggest Harry starts a construction company and do some repair. I mean, the streets, the roads in US, and I'm sure in UK too, they're not in a good shape. He can actually take some contract and do work on those roads, those potholes they have, and I'm sure that he will be making a lot of money from that. I mean, that needs hard work, but here you have, Harry, you have really nothing else to do. Now, if you do not work, and it looks like you're getting all of these deals cancelled, what will happen to you next? You'll become homeless. So it's better to start a construction work, fixing those potholes, and make some money and save your face. At least feed yourself and your wife. Though Meghan did produce a show for Spotify, ultimately Harry never did one idea that could have come to fruition, but did not. Okay, that is a question mark. The Daily Express reports Harry and Meghan, their children Archie and Lily, were expected to possibly play a part in Harry's show that never was, one that centered around fatherhood. Everything is being a big flop. Now what we know from multiple reports is that they are now going to be involving their kids to make some money. One report suggested that they will be producing some products like toys, clothing, and they will be using the title Prince and Princess Lily for kids to sell those products. And this is how they are trying to get some mega deals, quote unquote mega deals. I don't think anybody will offer them any deal, but if that would bring some money through their kids, I mean, maybe that is going to be an option for them that they can take advantage of. We know that these kids are fake, and or maybe the best, they are surrogate. if they are using the kids, their title for making money, it just proves our point that the reason they wanted the title for their kids was because of their own financial gain, nothing else. Things are not looking good for them at all. What we will see in the coming days is more desperation for them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.